Coming up on Fresno State Focus, we take a deeper look at the student cupboard has to offer students while on campus.
We're no strangers to wildfires here in California. We'll see how the state has been trying to get a handle on these garnet fires.
We also take a look at the new park under construction and how it's affecting the people in the community. Fresno State Focus starts now. Hello, and welcome to Fresno State's first Focus Newscast. I'm Marvin Rodriguez.
And I'm Chase Merigian. We have a great newscast for you as we start this fall semester.
We are 7 weeks into the semester, busy working, going to school, and getting ready for graduation.
If you already need a break, there are plenty of resources on campus that can help. We'll talk about that in a moment, but first, the government shutdown. The United States government is now shut down. It started right after midnight. The shutdown came after both Republican and Democratic proposals failed to pass in the Senate yesterday. The Senate is going to be back in session tomorrow afternoon. The last and also longest government shutdown was 6 years ago in 2019 during the first Trump administration, which lasted 35 days. The big questions for college students are, will grant funding or student loans be affected? Right now, the answer is yes. But the Student Financial Aid Office told our reporter that they can't tell us what they're advising students. We have yet to hear back from University Communications. Now to campus resources helping students this semester. Nick Cummins highlights the student cupboard and how students can benefit. Nick?
Thanks, Chase. The Amendola Student Cupboard is one of the resources that many students use on campus. But what makes it tick? I take a look at how the cupboard helps students on campus. The Amendola Student Cupboard is a food resource for students first, but it also helps students find community. Like student assistant Peace Capallo, before working at the cupboard, he himself would use it.
The people here are always so welcoming, always so accommodating, and would make sure to let me know what's available for me to take and what I couldn't take, of course, to follow the rules. But more importantly, they would say it in a tone that would encourage me to be back.
He has been a student for just under 2 years. Since joining the cupboard, his role has continued to grow.
Food drives and other food pantries out there to be able to come and pick up, I don't know, like a pallet full of drinks to go give out to other people in the community out there as well.
The Fresno State Student Cupboard is a place where you can get healthy snacks, but deliveries need to be made and bills need to be paid. Michael Ballin has to order deliveries, handle donations, and pay the bills while managing his own staff. The student assistants help by passing on their knowledge of day-to-day tasks.
As new folks come in, or interns or volunteers, it's really not hard to kind of, I guess, integrate people into the simple system, of stocking and cleaning and helping to unload.
The staff stocks the shelves with drinks, snacks, and shelf-stable items. The cupboard plans to expand across campus through the use of vending machines. There are no signs of slowing down. The Student Cupboard is open Monday through Friday. To learn how to volunteer, go to their Student Cupboard Instagram page. Back to you at the desk.
Starbucks plans to close thousands of locations in the U.S. as the company tries to refocus customer experiences. 4 of these Starbucks locations in Fresno are on the closure list. One is Northwest Avenue, 2 are in North Blackstone, as well as North Peach. About 900 employees will be laid off, with 430 locations shutting down across California.
And if they're gonna actually focus on the customer service, kind of the location I used to work on, which was Shaw and First in Fresno, they didn't have tables inside, so we couldn't really talk to our customers, and they were kind of prompted just to get their drink and leave.
Starbucks frames this as a change in priorities, but for communities, it is a reminder that strategic shifts at corporate ripple down to the street. If you're a regular at these locations, your nearest Starbucks may now be farther away.
Wellness Wednesday is hosted by the Student Health and Counseling Center. They offer free, healthy snacks and activities on campus. Chelsea Broderick gives us her insights on the event.
Wellness Wednesday is hosted by the Student Health and Counseling Center. Chelsea Broderick tells us they offer free healthy snacks and activities on campus. Alizea Mills looks forward to Wednesdays when she volunteers with the Student Health and Counseling Center.
Express myself and meet new people, and so it's kind of like a way to connect and disconnect.
Volunteers like Paige Mercer offer bananas and oranges along with necessities like hair ties and deodorant.
Support a bunch of different programs to help the students be successful and ultimately be successful in the classroom as well.
So right now I am in the Student Health Center in the back in the laboratory and x-ray, and as you can see, this building offers many different options, medical services, counseling, psychological, and wellness services as well. Registered dietitian Stephanie Annette sits down and gives us insights on Wellness Wednesdays.
It's a very easy thing for them to come by, for example, get some health information. The more healthy and well you are, the better you do in life, including academically.
You can stop by every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right outside the Bulldog Testing Center. Chelsea Broderick, Fresno State Focus.
For more information, you can go to fresnostate.edu/student affairs and click on Body, Mind, and Wellness.
Today, October 1st, kicks off National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is more than just wearing a pink tie. With me today is Shauna Blair. She's the coordinator of major events at Fresno State, and she's also a survivor of breast cancer.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here today. And what were some of the things that you've noticed before you're diagnosed, and when were you diagnosed?
I was diagnosed in November of 2022, and I found a lump. And it took me a while to want to go to the doctor, and finally I was like, no, I got to go and get this checked out. And then diagnosed and went through a lot, chemotherapy, multiple surgeries, and it takes a while to recover. So just now getting back to a point where I can do things again.
And you had to go through a lot, but what kept you motivated to continue fighting?
I just felt that I've done hard things in my life already. I've done some crazy hikes and things, and so I've just I got to keep fighting. I got to be here. I know I have more to put out in the world, and now with this, I feel like I have some more purpose, and I need to bring purpose to what happened to me.
And what do you wish that everybody knew about breast cancer?
I think just doing your self-checks, especially our young women. Most people that I met, including myself, we found it ourselves. And then getting your testing done, staying on top of all that, knowing your body so you can know when something's wrong, getting that checked out right away, advocate for yourself. And then the other part is just early detection saves lives. And I'm proof here. I'm 2 years, no evidence of disease, because I was stage 2, but I still found it early enough that it hadn't gotten to the rest of my body, and I was able to do what I needed to, get through. So that would be one of the biggest things, is just know your body and know that early detection saves.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time, Shauna. Back to you guys at the desk.
The people in Southeast Fresno are getting a brand new park, sparking excitement from people all around. I went out to see the progress, and even now, it's clear the project's set to make a lasting impact. Let's take a look.
On the corner of South Peach and East Lorena, neighbors are seeing their first signs of change. After years of planning, construction is underway on South Peach Avenue Park. Crews have already started transforming the area, breaking ground to make way for the new field and play areas. It's the start of Phase 1, set to bring the community's long-awaited green space by winter 2026.
The 49-acre park will be built in multiple phases, with the first phase slated to be out by winter 2026. Hopefully by then people can enjoy the multiple sports fields that they'll bring, the multiple play areas they have for children, and the multiple green areas for the community.
That area just has been abandoned for so long. When this has been a family community, it feels like we're getting support on Southeast Fresno, so it makes me feel really good as someone who's been living here my whole life.
Future phases can include more courts, walking paths, and gardens, but those will depend on funding. For now, the focus is on getting Phase 1 open by 2026.
I thought it was really cool that there's going to be another space for people to go outside and enjoy themselves.
And it's not just adults who are excited. Even the youngest neighbors are already imagining what the park could mean for them.
It would make us start having new connections with people and meeting new people and everything. And I think that would spark some good friendships and relationships.
From playgrounds to sports fields, South Peach Avenue Park is shaping up to give Southeast Fresno a long-awaited boost in recreation and community space.
Once completed, the park will be a vibrant hub for recreation and community gatherings. If you want to learn more about the new South Peach Avenue Park, you can visit the Fresno State Parks and Recreation website.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, we dive into the world of koi fish at Woodward Park, an annual event for all fish enthusiasts.
Get ready for the corn dogs and also a look on cute animals. Our reporter Riley Baltimore takes us live to the first day of the Big Fresno Fair.
Rain in the Central Valley. I'll have your focus on weather coming up after the break.
Here in the valley, our colors are blue and our waves are red. Bulldog born and bulldog bred. Generations linked forever by traditions that have stood the test of time. Inside our stadiums, we are one. This is our valley, and this year, we're doing it for you.
At Fresno State, being bold means committing to something greater than yourself. It's learning by doing and nurturing leaders to advance our shared future. It's using research to create a better life for those around us and healing those who need us most. These are our stories, because at Fresno State, bold begins here.
Hello and welcome back to Fresno State Focus. I'm Finley Pendergast with your focus on weather. Right behind me is a beautiful shot just above Speech Arts. We have clouds lining the sky. Now those clouds will bring rain, but not just yet. Let's head over to our national satellite where we can see 2 hurricanes brewing in the Atlantic Ocean. Now those will not be hitting landfall. They'll be pushing up the Atlantic Ocean. Now let's head over to that west coast, best coast, where we see rain hitting Monterey, San Francisco, all the way up to Eureka, and of course, Oregon and Washington. Now we also have a tropical storm brewing in the Pacific Ocean. Now that is called Tropical Storm Octave. Sounds scary. Don't worry, that will not be hitting the land. Now looking at today's highs around the Central Valley, 82 seems to be the lucky number. Madera, Mendota, Fresno, all across the board, that lower Central Valley, and of course Modesto 79, Stockton 77. Why don't we take a look at today's lows? High 60s, a bit of some low 60s, and then of course Shaver Lake, a breezy 46. Why don't we take a look at our air quality, which is actually good, moderate around the Central Valley. It's actually good, so go outside and spend time with your family outside. But be careful, because like I said, that rain is coming. So let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Rain will be hitting late on Thursday, early on Friday. So when you're going to school or work on Friday, be careful for those wet conditions, and we'll have sun the rest of the way going into next week. That's been your focus on weather. Chase, take it away.
Cooler weather is just what our California firefighters have been needing. The Garnet Fire was a big threat this summer. The blaze forced evacuations and local fire stations to step in and help try to contain the flames. Aaron Story covers several features of what it takes to control a California wildfire.
Wildfires in California force emergency evacuations every year, sending many residents to shelters in the Central Valley.
When there is a bigger event that causes mass evacuations, we'll assist Red Cross and Fresno's EOC with operating an emergency shelter, usually at one of the college gyms or somewhere that's centrally located.
The Garnet Fire has left its mark across miles of land, but residents of Shaver Lake are working towards bringing their community back to normal, whether by posting fire information boards or lending a hand along the roadside.
The Garnet Fire started a few weeks ago from a big lightning strike. As you can see behind me, Shaver Lake was affected dearly by these fires, but not only was Shaver Lake affected, so was the Central Valley.
No matter the distance, local fire departments provide support when they are called upon to do so.
For the city of Clovis, we have some internal policies. We'll typically staff up to 2 fire engines that'll go to assist with wildfire, either within Fresno County or basically we'll go as far as any state that touches California.
Containing wildfires requires a collective effort, and the community continues to show appreciation for the support received. Reporting from Shaver Lake, Aaron Story, Fresno State Focus.
As the flames die down, we're reminded of the courage and hard work of our California firefighters. The Big Fresno Fair is finally back.
Reporter Riley Baltimore is live at the fairgrounds to show us what fun there is for the whole family.
I'm here at the Big Fresno Fair, where today is actually opening day. The gates just opened around 4 p.m. and people are already filing in as they're excited for the food, the rides, and even the agriculture here. We're here inside of the livestock arena, where right behind me, contestants are showing their livestock right now. It looks like some goats are being shown, and they are competing for a showmanship award. They will be showing their animals today from 4 to 6 p.m. and all week as the fair continues. They will also be an auction later this week for the animals as well. Some other animals consist of some pigs, some cows, and even chickens. The judges right here beside me are already starting to judge, like I said, for the livestock as well. So yeah, right behind me, they're starting to show them off. We got some cute animals here at the Big Fresno Fair. Riley Baltimore, Fresno State Focus. Back to you guys.
The Koi community in the Central Valley swam to Woodward Park last Sunday for the 45th annual Koi Fish Show. The Central California Koi Society hosted koi fish from all over the state. Various koi-themed vendors came to sell and help out new owners. The fish themselves were put into contests and were judged by certified koi fish judges. Contest categories include the size of the fish, their color, and their patterns. Attendees participated in the raffle and silent auctions to win an assortment of prizes. But everyone went home with luck and fortune thanks to the koi.
Hot air balloons filled the skies this weekend. The annual Clovis Fest celebrated its 50th anniversary with thousands of people present. Giant balloons took off from the rodeo grounds at sunrise, filling the sky with color. From pinks to blues, each brought a unique sight. People sat on blankets as they watched the balloons going on a colorful ride over the city. Clovis Fest is always the last week of September as a bridge from summer to fall. Hispanic Heritage Month is well underway, with the community coming together to bridge cultural food and music. Reporter Jasmine Alvarado has more about how two women view this culture.
A lively celebration of color and music. That's what the Hispanic community in Fresno has been experiencing for the last few weeks.
I would say the parties. That's one thing that Mexicans will always do.
From painting cantaritos, traditional Mexican dishware, to dancing and laughing with friends and family. Hispanics have been celebrating, taking the time to reminisce on everything that makes their culture special. And one of those things is the community.
The one thing about Hispanic culture is like our family is our foundation.
People always say it takes a village, and for Adriana, a first-generation student and single mom, she finds that in her Hispanic family.
We have to have each other's back, and they have literally helped me through everything by babysitting, picking up, and yeah, it really takes a village.
It's a common thing in Hispanic families for them to rely on each other and use their neighbors for support. Genesis, a Fresno State student with dual citizenship in Mexico and the United States, recalls her village too.
We lived in a house with about 4 other families, and it was very difficult. I remember we all used to pitch in for food for the week.
Everyone's village looks a little different, but for the Hispanic community, they say that what matters is sticking together. Reporting at Fresno State, I'm Jasmine Alvarado, Fresno State Focus.
If you'd like to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, remember that all it takes is family, love, and support.
Get in touch with your creative side at Art Hop tomorrow. Local artists show off their skills for Fresno to see. From enamel pins to paintings and live music, there are plenty of options to see. Art Hop is always the first and third Thursday of the month from 5 to 8 p.m. Art Hop is entering its 26th year as a downtown Fresno tradition. It's always free.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, check out a market for all things girly.
We look at the women's volleyball teams fight against the San Diego Aztecs.
And we see how the Fresno State football team makes their way back to their home stadium. Stay tuned for your Focus on Sports with Ryan Leonardo.
I got the bulldog spirit up in my head.
Up in my head. Up in my head.
I got that bulldog spirit up in my head. Up in my head to stay. I got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart.
Deep in my heart.
Got that bulldog spirit
Deep in my heart.
deep in my heart to stay.
I got that bulldog spirit.
Down in my toes. Down in my toes. Down in my toes. I got that bulldog spirit.
Down in my toes. Hey.
Down in my toes to stay. I got that bulldog spirit up in my head, deep in my heart, down in my toes. I got that bulldog spirit all over me to stay. I got that bulldog spirit
deep in my heart.
deep in my heart, deep in my heart. I got that bulldog.
I'm Ryan Leonardo with your Focus on Sports. Many college students are taking their hobby of gaming to the next level. Fresno State has its own collegiate level esports team that allows students to compete with other skilled players. Isaac Marquez gives us a closer look at this club.
Below the university student union and inside the bowling alley is where dozens of students meet up and play games for the Fresno State Esports Club. The club supports teams for some of the most competitive games on the market, including Rocket League, Valorant, League of Legends, and Marvel Rivals. Esports is the most competitive version of gaming and requires intense focus and pinpoint communication.
If you're able to do that, and then you have experience in that area going forward in future practice environments, you're able to basically play at a tournament level.
Finding a community that accepts you is what draws many players into the club, despite many thinking that your skill is what matters most.
I know it doesn't sound weird, but no one really cares if you're good or bad at the game. You know, as long as you're there to have a good time and you spread good energy, they'll accept you no matter what.
Say it's such a high level, these gamers have to play countless hours throughout the week. Some try to game at least 5 to 6 times per week just to keep your skill level sharp. Now you may be asking, how does this affect their schoolwork? For some, the answer is simple.
Don't procrastinate. No, that's really been my secret though, is I will literally just do my assignments in class or right after, and it's helped me stay on top of it. And it's been so nice because then I have more time to practice or do whatever else I want.
Balancing gaming with school is a quest that this club has beaten time and time again. At the USU basement, Isaac Marquez, Fresno State Focus.
If you're looking to get involved with the club, check out their website at fresnostatees.com or Fresno State ES on Instagram. After 2 long weeks, the Red Wave is ready to be back in Valley Children's Stadium. Coming off an away game and a bye week, the Dogs are back at home this Saturday. General admission student tickets are now available. Go to bulldogs.com/tickets. You can also buy tickets at the Bulldog ticket office located at the Save Mart Center. The Bulldogs are looking forward to defending their 4-game winning streak. The Fresno State football team is headed back to Valley Children's Stadium. The Bulldogs are coming off their first bye week of the season. Prior to the bye, the Dogs were able to take down the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors on the road 23-21. Head coach Matt Entz says that while the week off was needed, the team is ready to get back in action.
You could tell by the buzz in the room this morning when we had our team meeting that they had a good weekend, but I think they had missed the competition, they had missed the practice, the camaraderie of a football locker room.
The Bulldogs turn their attention to the incoming Nevada Wolfpack. The Wolfpack are 1-3 this season and are looking to spoil the Bulldogs' 4-game winning streak. This is the final Mountain West meeting between the two before the Dogs join the Pac-12 next year. Kickoff for Saturday's game is set for 7:30. The MLB regular season is officially over as the wild card started yesterday. The wild card games are Tigers versus Guardians, Padres versus Cubs, Red Sox versus Yankees, and Reds versus Dodgers. The Dodgers are leading their series 1-0, and their second game is later tonight. The Tigers versus Guardians and Cubs versus Padres series are tied 1-1. Game 2 of the Red Sox versus Yankees series is going on now. After a tough 1-0 loss to UNLV on Sunday, the Soccer Dogs will be back home to face San Diego State. The game will be tomorrow night at 7 at the Bulldog Soccer Stadium. The Dogs currently have 4 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties. They are trying to get back to winning as they haven't won a game since September 14th. The Fresno State women's tennis team's fall schedule is now out. They start their first tournament in Las Vegas tomorrow, then head to San Diego for 3 days. Fresno State women's volleyball team played against the San Diego Aztecs last Thursday. The game ended in a tough loss for the Bulldogs. The Dogs fell straight sets despite the strong performance from number 23, Jenna Legault, with 13 kills, along with number 4, Addison Haluska, followed up with 11 kills. The loss caused Fresno State to drop to 4-8 overall and 0-1 in the Mountain West Conference. Fresno State's next game is away tomorrow at 5 against Boise State. The Fresno State women's golf team wrapped up their recent tournament yesterday. The Bulldogs finished tied for 5th at the Pat Lesser Harbottle Invitational, hosted by Seattle University. The men's golf team isn't playing this week, but will be on the move next week, heading north to the Visit Stockton Pacific Invitational, hosted by the University of Pacific on October 9th through the 11th. I'm Riley Nardo, and that's your Focus on Sports. Back to you, Chase and Marvin.
On September 27th, the Bad Girls Market took over Manchester Mall. The monthly pop-up event brings together vendors selling thrifted goods like clothing, handmade accessories, art, and some food. The gathering is centered around celebrating women and creativity, but everyone is welcome to join.
One of the most amazing things about this market is the vast majority of vendors are producing things that are one of a kind, that you would be unable to replicate at scale commercially. Like, you can only get the art that's here.
Promotes positivity, empowerment, and entrepreneurship. Organizers say that the event's one-of-a-kind goods keep the community coming back each month. The event will be on hiatus next month to prepare for their 2nd anniversary in November.
Events help bring a community together. So what about a concert from the king of rock and roll and some friends? The Harlan Ranch community holds an event that all ages can enjoy. Bounce houses, food trucks, and vendors were out. Local artist Brandon Freeman kicked off the night with covers throughout time. Michelle Batcher, an event coordinator, understands that events are the heart and soul of the community.
We like to keep them engaged into the community because a lot of that is for them to be able to get to know their residents that they live around, because that's what builds a community. That's what keeps everybody safe and your neighbors looking out for each other.
As the sun sets, the Methodist Sons and the Jeremy Elvis Pierce took the stage, where Harlan Ranch went back in time listening to King of Rock and Roll's greatest hits.
The Pinkalicious Car Club celebrated an Instagram milestone on Sunday. The car group gathered in San Francisco in honor of reaching over 60,000 followers. With members from all over, Pinkalicious brings together people's love of both pink and cars.
I love seeing all of us together, just the different kinds of cars. There's American, there's domestic, there's all kinds of modifications on these cars, but also just us as people, because we're all different ages, sexes.
All those pink cars parked in a row with the Golden Gate Bridge in the background, making for the perfect photo opportunity. Each car brought something different to the function, some decorated with hearts, others with anime characters. From custom license plates to chrome wraps, the love of pink cars was in the air.
It's really cool. I've been to a bunch of car meets, but never really for the color of pink.
I think you look pretty good in a pink car, Marvin.
Thank you. Better than what I have right now, honestly. Next week on Fresno State Focus, we take you inside the Gibson Market, where everything is grown by students right here on campus.
Plus, we show you how students with disabilities are succeeding in college and what resources they have to support them.
And we introduce you to students who balance full-time jobs while still being full-time students.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.